Let's discuss what is IAM and its core functions. Identity and access management is a framework of policies and technologies that ensure the right individuals or systems have the appropriate access to technology resources. In simple terms, it manages who has access to what and under what conditions. It helps organizations control access to critical information, ensuring security, compliance, and efficiency in a world where users access data from various devices and locations. IAM can be thought of as the security gatekeeper that verifies and authorizes users, systems, and services and ensure they have the correct permissions to access resources. Core functions of identity and access management includes identity management, identity federation, provisioning and deprovisioning of users, authentication, authorization, access control, and reporting and monitoring. Identity management is the process of creating, managing, and maintaining digital identities of individuals within an organization. It involves assigning each person or system a unique identity that is used to represent them across various services. Proper identity management will ensure that only authorized users have access to resources and that identities are maintained throughout their life cycle from creation to termination. Identity federation allows users to authenticate across multiple systems or organizations using the same credentials. Instead of creating new accounts for every service, Identity Federation enables single sign-on, where users can log in once and access multiple applications or services. Identity Federation reduces the number of login credentials users need to manage, simplifies the login experience, and allows organization to maintain a unified identity strategy across various platforms or partner organizations. For example, using your company's login to access third-party services without needing a new account for each. Provisioning is the process of setting up user accounts and granting access to necessary resources when an individual joins an organization or takes on a new role. It involves creating identities, assigning roles, and managing permissions. Deprovisioning involves revoking access when a user leaves the organization or no longer require specific access. Deprovisioning is critical for maintaining security and preventing unauthorized access after an employee departs. Automated provisioning and deprovisioning will ensure that access is promptly given or revoked and reduce security risk from orphan accounts. Authentication is the process of verifying that someone or something is who they claim to be. This is typically done using credentials like password, biometrics, or multi-factor authentication, which combines multiple forms of verification. Strong authentication mechanisms prevent unauthorized users from accessing sensitive data. With MAP, even if a password is compromised, additional verification steps like a phone-based code add an extra layer of security. Authorization determines what an authenticated user is allowed to do. It defines the permissions and privileges assigned to users based on their role or identity, specifying which resources they can access and what actions they can perform. Even if a user is authenticated, authorization ensures that they can only access the specific data or systems they need, which minimize the risk of unauthorized access to sensitive resources. Access control is the mechanism that enforces the rules of authorization. It ensures that users are only allowed to perform actions that are in line with their assigned permissions. Common models include role-based access control, which is RBAC, and attribute-based access control, which is ABAC. In RBAC, users are assigned to roles, and roles have specific permissions. In ABAC, access decisions are based on attributes such as user, environment, or resources. Proper access control prevents unauthorized actions such as employee accessing confidential information that isn't relevant to their job role. It adds a granular level of security that aligns user permissions with their responsibilities. Monitoring user activity and generating reports on access patterns are essential for tracking security events, detecting unusual activity, and ensuring compliance with regulatory requirements. Regular reporting and monitoring allow organizations to detect potential security breaches, ensure users are not accessing resources they shouldn't, and provide evidence of proper security practices for audits or compliance checks. Why IAM is so essential? By controlling who has access to what and regularly monitoring user activity, IAM will help prevent data breaches, insider threats, and unauthorized access. Features like single sign on simplify access for users, allow them to log in once and access multiple systems. Many industries have regulations such as GDPR, HIPAA that require organizations to tightly control and audit access to sensitive information, which IAM helps manage. Automating and provisioning and deprovisioning of users streamlines onboarding and offboarding processes, save time, and reduce human errors. In summary, IAM ensures that the right people have the right access to the right resources, all while keeping your organization secure, compliant, and efficient. As a cybersecurity architect, it is very important to understand how IAM function is controlling and managing identities, and how access is being granted to the users and systems, based on which you can align your discovery and investigation processes when security incident happens. If you are interested to learn and deep dive into the Microsoft IAM technology, then I have a dedicated course on Microsoft Entra ID published on Udemy called Mastering Microsoft Entra ID. Hope this video provided you overview of the IAM and its core functions.